大谷翔平への称賛は、未だ収まるところを知りません。ドジャースの大谷翔平は日本時間21日、敵地で行われたパドレス戦に、1番、投手兼 DH で先発出場しました。打者としては初回に今季8号となる先頭打者本塁打を放ち、4打数1安打1打点を記録。投手としても5回88球を投げ、3安打4奪三振無失点の好投を見せ、チームの4対0の勝利に大きく貢献しました。この圧巻の二刀流パフォーマンスは、米人気野球番組、リッチガイゼンショーでも大きく取り上げられました。番組では、出演者のクリスが以前から、大谷翔平は投手を辞めて打者に専念すべきだ。投げていることが打撃に影響している、と主張していたことに注目。今回、大谷が投げて無失点、打って先頭打者本塁打という結果を残したことで、リッチガイゼン氏がその過去の発言を振り返り、クリスに鋭く迫る場面もありました。まさに大谷翔平の活躍によって、米メディアでも二刀流をめぐる議論が再び大きな注目を集めています。これらの模様を日本語字幕付きでご紹介します。
What was it like to play with Mike and Shohei? Playing with Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani. And what was your feeling when you were coming there? When you got traded there, or did you get claimed by the Angels? I should know.
Traded.
Okay.
Yeah, deadline at 22.
20.
So,
I knew it was 22, and then you went there. What was it like going there? Because that's the first team you ever changed to. And anytime I ever changed to a team, got traded, DFA'd, whatever it was, I was like, oh, whoa, yeah. They got Christian Yelich. They got Ryan Braun on this team. Dang, I'm going to the Yankees. You know, it's Judge's rookie year. Like, you think about that. So how was it? How was your, like, ooh, I want to see these guys compared to the real life Mike and Shohei show?
I mean, they're both just normal dudes, man. I think, like, the biggest thing, you know, Mike is, you know, one of the coolest dudes, nicest dudes. You know, you talk to him and, you know, you wouldn't think he's, you know, one of the greatest players of our generation. Just, you know, by the way he goes about his business and just the kind of person he is. You know, if anything I needed, he was always there to kind of, you know, bounce stuff off of. And then Shohei, I mean, he's a goofball, dude. He's messing around, believe it or not, for the most part. I mean, he's on his own schedule though. He's pitching, you know, once every when I got there, he's pitching once every 6 days, and then also going out and, you know, hitting. It seemed like a homer every night. But you know, he'd go throw his weighted balls, wouldn't take BP. You know, and then, you know, hour before the game, like clockwork, he'd be in there, you know, doing his whole routine down to a science, and then go out there and do what he does.
I hate to do this. I really hate to do this. And by hate to do this, I'm loving about what I'm up to. The reason why I hate to do it is because I know you're playing a role in Overreaction Monday, Christopher.
Sure.
And I know that when you double and triple down on it, you're kind of still playing the role, but every topic you do put out there on Overreaction Monday or Overreaction Monday on a Tuesday is born out of a germ of truth deep within your cerebral sports cortex.
Where are we going
that
here?
You believe in what you're saying.
Okay.
Well, he tells you every day.
Let's do it. By the way, it's like going to be like almost once every 5 days we replay this. Go ahead and hit it right here. Go ahead and hit it. Replaying you giving your 2 cents on whether Ohtani should keep pitching.
I get it.
Enough with the pitching sideshow. Ohtani needs to go back to hitting only, or the Dodgers not going to make the NLCS.
So you think he's not hitting well because he's pitching?
1,000%. I don't know how you could dispute that. Guy doesn't pitch for 2 years. We see 50-50 and the greatest offensive player we've ever seen. Now we're back to pitching? What is he hitting, 240?
It's just baseball, man. It happens. It just happens.
I don't know. I went to a couple games over the weekend. Didn't hit the broadside of a barn.
I hear you. I get it.
Something's off.
I know. You got Braves mania over there.
Enough with the pitching. No one cares.
We're there to see. Untrue. No one cares.
It is true. We're there to see you hit.
Untrue.
We're there to see you hit. We're not there to see you do something cool every 5th day. We're there to see you do something awesome every day. Let's hit.
Wrong. Wrong.
No, it's wrong o'clock. Last night in San Diego. First pitch of the game. What happens first pitch of the game? He got it.
He got it. I mean,
Gives himself a 1-0 lead that he then goes ahead and protects because he pitched 5 scoreless. And his ERA is now down to .73. Since Chris Brockman said this, Ohtani's hitting .448 with 2 homers, 10 runs batted in, 8 runs, 7 walks, and 12 innings pitched, 7 hits, 12 strikeouts, not a single run given up,
Man.
and 2 wins. Since you said it.
You're welcome, Dodger fans. Okay, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
I lit the beast,
What can I
clearly.
say except you're welcome.
What, did you expect him to say anything other than that? Did
Yeah.
you expect
Clearly.
him to say into a microphone, I was wrong?
It's
Clearly
Because
lit
he
the
won't.
beast.
Fantastic.
Okay.
screwed that up.
Yeah,
By the way,
yeah, Chris, because Shohei heard you.
Baby.
5 innings. Couldn't give me a quality start last night.
Wow.
Jeez.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Well, you just, you're just keeping him fresh.
For what?
The World Series.
For the for the long haul.
The long haul. All right. Last night was good. That was impressive. Give me 2 home runs in 6 innings. How about that?
How does one take a pitcher who's a stopper, an ace, a Cy Young Award candidate out of your rotation just because you want to see him hit?
Ask the man who
Not
said
going to
it.
happen.
You know.
It's not going to happen.
Still don't think he needs to pitch.
Oh, are you still really going to keep dying on this hill?
Yes,
Really?
Rich, you know him.
I don't think they need him to be a pitcher to be the best version of themselves.
I think the last pitcher to homer in the first inning of a start was named Shohei Ohtani, who did it in the playoffs a couple of years ago. He's unbelievable. Just let him cook, man.
Right.
Let him cook. That's what you're paying him all that retirement money for.
he's not even the favorite for NL Cy Young. That's it.
Well, I mean, was it Skeens? Was it Skeens? Or is it the Mizorowski?
Chris Sanchez, Skeens, and Mizorowski.
So that means he shouldn't pitch because he's not the favorite?
No, I'm just telling you what the odds are. But
How is Ohtani not in the mix for?
well, he's minus 475 for NL MVP. The next closest, Kyle Schwarber, 13-1.
How many? Would that be 4 in a row for him? One American League,
Yes.
and then he wins it every year since he's come to the Dodgers, right? That'd be 4 straight MVPs.
That'd be, yeah.
Okay. 5 overall, if I'm not mistaken.
Let's talk about last night because we got, you guys, the full Shohei Ohtani experience. 5 scoreless innings. He lowered his ERA to 0.73. Just the way this game started. Paint the picture for you in case you missed it. First pitch leadoff home run. Then got on the mound and struck out the side. Like, even though he was a little off command-wise, like compared to all of his other dominating outings this season, he put up O's and he lowered his ERA, which is the most important thing. The most important thing. And, you know, we haven't been blessed with every one of his outings, him also hitting.
Right.
So the fact that we got him in, I think it's like the first time this month that he has actually hit while he's been pitching was just exactly what we needed to see last night.
It was perfect. Everything about it was perfect. If you blinked, if you went to take out the trash cans, if you forgot something in the car, you missed that home run. And from that moment, what I love about Shohei this season, and the only silver lining from that stressful late April, early May that he had, is he's showing his emotions a lot more.
Yeah.
And I love him allowing us that access to his stoic, reserved personality that he usually has. That first home run was electric. Pages was sitting there with the sunflower seeds ready to shower him. And from that moment forth, he was just locked in. That first inning, I love that you bring up that it wasn't perfect from a pitching standpoint.
Yeah.
21 pitches is not an ideal first inning.
No.
And, you know, the golden number of 100 pitches getting us to the 7th inning, that immediately kind of got thrown out. So I wasn't sitting there worried, but I was sitting there like, okay, not the perfect first inning as a pitcher, but then they go back up to bat, and clearly they were locked in from the start. Hats off to Shohei, and hats off to him and Dave Roberts, clearly being on the same page. And I do not expect much change going forward. I think Shohei is back.
Yeah. I think what really... my favorite inning, and again, like, this was a nail biter. Dodger fans might not agree with me here because you're like, why was this your favorite inning? I was like literally about to throw up on the edge of my seat. The 5th inning. Okay. Because it wasn't perfect, and you really saw Shohei's baseball IQ on the mound.
That was runners on first and third,
runners
right?
on first and third.
Okay.
Okay. And he had to be really smart about what he did in order to keep this a scoreless game. Okay. And he had a ball come right back to him. You got a runner at first, you got a runner at third. What he did is he looks at the runner at third, kind of holds him for a second like he's going to throw him out if he tries to go home, then spins and throws out Castellanos at second base. And it saves a run. And the next big situation, so that was the first, like, that takes, takes guts. You got to be quick about it,
That's
too.
IQ.
It's a quick turn, look, quick, get him out at second, because you don't want to miss getting an out.
Right.
You don't want to load the bases for Tatis. So the next situation, Tatis Jr. is up. They only have 1 out, and you're like, okay, this is
not great.
He's been slumping, and maybe this is the time where he comes through and Tatis just blasts a home run. I really hope that's not the case. But you're kind of looking at Ohtani, and I'm watching, because like you mentioned, Shohei wears his emotions on his face. Okay, you know exactly how he's feeling. You know if he's excited, you know if he's frustrated. It's almost like a cartoon how like over exaggerated he shows his emotions. I love it so much. I wish more athletes were like that, because again, this is a game, you guys. Yes, it's their job. They're getting paid millions of dollars to do this, but it's entertainment.
Yeah.
It is entertainment for all the fans, and it's so much fun when you see and you feel the emotion. And Tatis, first pitch, got him to hit into a double play. And the emotion on Shohei Ohtani's face was just absolutely insane. Like, he just went ham. It was like, yeah! Looking at everybody else, like, at that point, it was like, okay, we know that was it. But, like, the way that you held on in that inning saved the game. There were so many possibilities for the Padres to capitalize and get a run in, and this is the rubber match game, and this is a game that determines who is going to be first in the NL West, because it has been a neck and neck race every single game for the last couple weeks between the Dodgers and the Padres, and we've been talking about the rivalry all week, but that moment with Shohei Ohtani in the 5th inning was everything.
So special.
It was everything.
It really was, and it's proof that he's the heartbeat of this team, because how you can tell who guys rally around is when something major happens for them. Are they celebrating from afar, or do they run over and celebrate with him? Him screaming and throwing his arms. You see Mookie run into frame. You see Max Muncy run into frame. They're all celebrating with him and having his back. And I love that you bring up the momentum of it all, because the biggest difference I saw from last night as opposed to game 1 where they lost 1-0, every time they got some kind of momentum in game 1, Mookie gets thrown out stealing. Freddie gets caught stealing. Something would immediately crush that momentum, whereas last night, it was the exact opposite.
Yeah.
When things looked like they were going south, when you got runners on first and third, twice Mookie Betts turns a double play. Twice Freddie Freeman gets up and fires off 2 doubles, even though he had a cold streak for most of the month of May. Like, I love Shohei Ohtani, I love Mookie Betts, I love Freddie Freeman, but as a collective, even though this is a team full of superstars, as a collective, when everything is gelling at the same time, I'm reminded, okay, this is Dodger baseball.
Home run for Ohtani on the first pitch of the ball game.
I gotta tell you, I love a leadoff home run, because that just sets the tone.
It does.
For the entire game, especially when you're on the road. Because again, did you hear those cheers?
Pretty loud.
That sounded pretty close to being a game at Dodger Stadium. Not as loud, but it's close.
I will say this. Of all the sports, if you were to measure what percentage of fans are in their seats by the time the game starts, the NBA is probably last place, but baseball is kind of second to last place because they play during the week, and that's a huge part of it. So whenever there's a leadoff home run, I always do feel for that dad who's dragging his kids because
that was my dad.
Soccer practice took too long.
That was my dad.
And he's like, Timmy, I told you we need to be on the road by 3:45, and they weren't, and they missed a Shohei home run because
I'm telling you, we would listen to the first 2 innings in the car. We'd listen to Vin. We'd usually, like, my dad was great because we had like one of those premier parking spots, so it was like park, walk right in, you're in your seats within 10 minutes. But yeah, we were getting there in the 3rd inning. And there's 4 kids and dad and mom. It's a lot.
To be fair, when we were growing up, baseball games were like 4.5 hours. So you didn't need to be there for all 9
dude,
innings.
When we were growing up, when I was covering the Angels, I think they averaged like 4.5-hour games, you guys. The pitch clock has been the best thing to happen to baseball in the last 10 years, besides Shohei Ohtani. Because Shohei Ohtani is the best thing to happen to baseball in the last decade.
By the way, there's nobody that's like Shohei Ohtani, by the way, as we round third, head home with a home run. Ohtani on the mound yesterday for the Dodgers on the road. So he started the game as a hitter. And boy, did he start with a hit. And then he did a heck of a job on the mound as a pitcher as well.
You heard from Dave Roberts, the manager of the LA Dodgers, and Shohei Ohtani. And Shohei Ohtani sets the tone early. Gets the home run off Randy Vasquez, who, scouting reports say he's going to come to the top part of the zone early. If you meet him there, you could have good results. Shohei Ohtani did not wait. Got jammed on the pitch. All right. This shows you how strong he is. This got it wasn't barreled, but he is just so strong and had carry, and he was able to get that home run right over Jackson Merrill's reach, who, by the way, had to come out of the game because of collision with the wall, only had 1 at bat, 0 for 1. But the story was Shohei Ohtani. Fastball up, Yahtzee. Then he goes out there and he does not pitch his best. He's right. He had 2 innings where he had 15 pitches. That was the most economical he was in any of the innings. He had 2 other innings where he had 18 pitches. So, and then in the first inning, he had 22. A lot of high stress pitches, a total of 88 pitches through 5 innings. He's always said, I can compartmentalize one from the other. And yesterday was that moment. Now you're asking yourself, why did they allow him to hit and pitch this time around instead of going with Dalton Rushing on the DH side or not? Look, a couple reasons. One, they're on the road, so you can predict when he's going to hit early. He's the first hitter, takes 3 left turns, 1-0. Then he can take his time, go out on the mound. But second, they made it different. They swapped him and Emmett Sheehan around, so they can have a day off, which they do have today. And they've noticed from other days that it's the day after that he feels it. So might as well now with his legs. Now he has a day off. He's probably sleeping like Mickey, my dog, that sleeps like 20 hours a day now. So you're looking at Shohei probably sleeping now. And by the time we come on air tomorrow, he'll probably still be sleeping.